This is the limitless Keith Lee.
This is Brody King.
This is Angel Garza.
Will Ospreay.
Hornswoggle.
Pentagon Junior.
The villain, Marty Skell.
The Mexican Ray Phoenix.
King Ricochet.
Concrete Rose Sunny Kiss.
And I'm here to ask you to stop what you're doing, take just one moment, and bask in the glory of the Busted Wide Open.
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 Boston Wide Open.
Busted wide open podcast.
You're listening to the Busted Wide Open podcast, dropping the elbow on the hottest topics in sports entertainment and the world of professional wrestling. With your hosts, Nick Howell and Sir Ian Dangerous. Coming to you from the Orbital Jigsaw Network Arena in sunny Southern California. Welcome everybody to BWO Live with your patron bonus episode for November. We haven't done one of these in a while. The patron November bonus episode. Yes, we are doing it live, but the VOD is coming down immediately afterwards. So if you're not a patron, good thing you're here live because you're getting a little bit of a sneak peek. But my name is Nick Howell.
And I am Sir Ian Dangerous. And that's right, Nick. It's our patron bonus episode for November. And we thought that in keeping with the theme of Survivor Series being, let me check my watch, tomorrow, oh Lord, tomorrow, we'd have to do some sort of Survivor Series themed episode. It sounded like a little bit of fun. And we're having a little bit of an experiment today, Nick. We're going to try something new, something different. Some of y'all may like this. Some of y'all may think we're out of our freaking minds. We're going to do it anyway. We are going to, on this patron bonus episode, Nick, we're going to draft and have compete our Super Survivor Series teams. We're going to create the greatest Survivor Series teams of all time, and pit them against each other in martial combat.
Yes. If anybody's into tabletop games, if you're into D&D, you guys know by now that we are huge nerds. So at a certain point, we decided, well, how can we fold this into our wrestling?
Yeah, well...
and I think Ian finally figured out how to do that.
I hope so. As I said, this is an experiment. It's going to be, we're trying to try and keep the dice rolling to a relative minimum, although there will be some dice rolling to determine who's winning and who's losing in these matches. But hopefully we'll keep it entertaining for you guys. And at the end, we will have the winners of the greatest Survivor Series of all time. This could get a little bit crazy. That being said, before I get into explaining all the rules and how this is going to go down, I do want to say thank you to all of our wonderful patrons who are sponsoring us, who are making this all happen, who are listening to this show at any time they want because they're patrons and they can. If you're joining us live right now and you're not a patron, it's not too late. Go over to patreon.com/bustedwideopen. Or is it just BWO?
Just BWO.
Just BWO. Just BWO. /BWO. There you go. Makes it even easier. Yep. And you can sign up for one of our lovely Patreon tiers and help support this show along with all the other phenomenal ones that do so. So thank you guys all for checking us out. And hopefully you enjoy this today because this is going to be a new one for us as well. We're trying a little something new here, Nick. So
I noticed that you, if you're going to be a DM over there, you're missing your wizard hat.
I am missing I'm wearing headphones, so that's going to make
fair.
It kind of hard. The closest thing I have is I've got a weird old funky cowboy hat, but it doesn't really fit.
No, take that off. No.
It's not working for you.
No.
Okay.
You look like the lead singer of Poison.
I actually played Bret Michaels for Halloween one time. I actually dressed up as Bret Michaels. Although I was dead. I was zombie Bret Michaels. That's neither here nor there.
Yes.
The point is we're here to talk about the Super Survivor Series. So let's explain to everybody how this is going to go down. Basically, there are going to be 6 teams. And Nick and I are going to start this drafting, competitive drafting, meaning we can't draft each other's people. We're going to each draft 6 teams, Nick's teams and my teams. The 6 teams are going to be Team A, which will be a team, 5 each on these teams, by the way, five people each on these teams. A team of legends of wrestling, leveled to their prime, the primeness, like when they were at their best. That's Team A. Team B will be a team from AEW. They've got 1 year versus all the year of the legends. So that's going to be interesting to see if they can compete. Team C will be a team from NXT. That's an all-time team. Anytime in NXT. Since it was a competitive show, since it was a game show. So once it became proper a TV show, to now, and they will be leveled to their power level in the NXT run that they were in. There will be Team D, which will be a team from the main roster, which I'm just arbitrarily saying so that we don't get our legends and our modern era mixed up. The modern era starts at 2011.
Yep.
To now, and they're leveled to the prime of their main roster run, whatever you determine that to be.
Okay.
Team E will be a team from New Japan. That'll be from the modern era, post 2005. So no Misawa. And the level to the time that they were in New Japan or their prime in New Japan. You can determine what point you want to level them to. And then finally, will be one team from the Indies, which has a huge broad umbrella, which includes any independent promotion, whether it's WXW, Impact, Ring of Honor, MLW, Lucha Underground,
GCW,
whatever. Yeah, CZW, whatever. If you want to be crazy and go to Chikara, you can. Dragon Gate, whatever. That'll be under the Indies, so that'll be a really fun one too. So, and that's going to be the last 20 years on the Indies, by the way. The last 20 years of the Indies and level to their prime run. A couple of stipulations. This will be men only. I do apologize to the ladies out there. I do apologize to the female wrestlers who are doing such a great job. There's just more of a pool to draw from with the men, and we want to make this exciting and wild. In the future, we'd love to do a women's one, but this time will be just men. Yeah. And also, this is the tricky part. If there is a wrestler who exists in more than one of these categories, i.e., they were on the Indies in New Japan, they're a legend, and they're on the modern the main roster right now of WWE and NXT. I could think of a couple of people that could be in a bunch of these categories at the same time. Daniel Bryan. Then if you choose them in one category, they are unavailable in any other category. In other words, Bryan Danielson, the American Dragon, will not be facing WrestleMania 30 Daniel Bryan. I'm sorry. I know that's some fun fantasy stuff to think about, but not in this video game. That's not how this is going down. Only one iteration of these superstars can be transported to this magical arena where we're having this massive Survivor Series at one time. Once you take them out of the timeline, they can't be taken out anywhere else, if you want to get nerdy about it. So that's how this is going to go. The way we're going to run this is there's 3 rounds. Once Nick and I have drafted our teams, we will then go down the list, A to A, B to B, C to C, so forth. And we will have to have a discussion as to whose team could beat whose. So until we finally whittle this down to one list of 6 teams, combining Nick's and my teams, whoever wins. Once we have that, then we're going to have a little tournament where we draw the hat from the hat. I'm going to use that stupid hat I had right there. We're going to draw teams out of the hat to face each other. And then, Nick, you and I will have a discussion to determine which of those teams will win. If we can't come to a conclusion, we'll have to go to the dice. And then finally, this is where it gets crazy.
It's not crazy yet.
The final round, it's when it gets really crazy. The final round will be the final 3 teams, the 3 beastly Survivor Series teams of all of these that have made it through to the finals. And we will have, like last year, with main roster NXT and SmackDown, Raw, SmackDown, NXT, we will have a triple threat Super Survivor Series of Doom. And then we're going to get to those rules as to how we're going to start rolling some dice. We're going to start having some crazy D&D stuff there to determine who will be the sole surviving team. And what's going to be fun about that is we can't just arbitrate. Like if we get it to the end and all of a sudden it's Hulk Hogan versus Shinsuke Nakamura, let's say. Even though we know in real life Hulk Hogan will be booked to go over Nakamura in a matter of seconds, it will actually be quite even at the end because it's just down to dice rolls.
Right.
So this could get really fun in terms of who's going to be winning and losing at the end of all of this. And hopefully you guys come along for this ride and it's entertaining for you as well, because it's going to be entertaining as hell for us.
That's one way to put it, for sure.
So So come along with us on a journey through time and space. Wait, that's the Mighty Boosh. Come along with us on this journey to Survivor Series, the Super Survivor Series, starting with, Nick, our draft.
Yes. Alrighty. So are we going to start with Legends? Where would you like to... You are the DM of this game show.
In order to make this somewhat equitable so we don't start drafting people from other categories too early, I'm actually going to mix all this up in here. We'll determine what category is going first by draw the hat, and it is WWE main roster.
Okay, that's going to clear a lot of things. That's going to make the rest of the landscape a lot easier, actually. We lost you there. All good. We gotta let Skype recover here for a second. Let's see if it does its thing. Oh, and you froze in the most awkward, smiley, grinny face. Oh, it's recovering. I'm back. Let's see if we can get you back. Hang tight, guys. Oh, yep, you're back. Okay. Did you command Q again accidentally on us?
Did not. Actually, I hit my hotkey for my screensaver.
Okay.
Technology. And
yes.
We don't get along. All right. So, as we were, before we were so rudely interrupted by Retribution. Main rosters coming up first. Main roster will be the first thing.
Shall we do a dice roll to see who drafts in first position?
Sure. Let's do that. That sounds equitable and fair. Nick and I are both, because we're nerds, holding our 20-sided dice.
Right.
Our 20-sided dice in our hands, which I've had this since I was 12 years old. I want to just point that out. This is an old
I think
dice.
I got this one out of a loot crate over the last 10 years. Something like
so you're
that.
a modern nerd.
Yep.
So, all right. So, highest number goes first, Nick. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Roll it. I have a 16.
I have an 8.
Well, then, I'm drafting first, my man. And that means the first man I take, as you would expect, is modern Roman Reigns.
Okay.
Roman Reigns.
Are you logging all of these, by the way?
I am going to try.
Okay. How could I not pick Drew McIntyre as my first pick with yours being Roman?
That's a good point because that was definitely my second choice. All right, so you went for Drew. All right.
Which rules him out of the NXT conversation as well, by the way.
That's correct. It does indeed. I'm going to go for Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar leveled to his post-Undertaker run.
So Beast in the Box era.
No, earlier than that. Crushing John Cena in 7 minutes.
So Streak Breaker Brock.
Streak Breaker Brock. Say that 5 times fast.
Streak Breaker Brock, Streak Breaker Brock, Streak Breaker Brock, Streak Breaker Brock, Streak Breaker Brock. AJ Styles will be my second pick.
No! You just took AJ away from Impact and New Japan.
Uh-huh.
Dang. All right. Which era of AJ are we going for here?
Ooh. I think original face that runs the place, AJ Styles.
Okay.
WWE champion AJ Styles. When
he took it
off of gender at the end of 17.
The year-long reign AJ.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Then I'm going to go for Kingslayer, Beast Slayer, Seth Rollins.
Good pick. How could I not go with the one, the only, Super John Cena himself?
I guess he was still Super John Cena in 11 and 12, huh?
Till about 13, yeah.
All right. Fair enough. It was post Nexus, so it wasn't like the height of his bullshittery.
Bullshittery. I've never heard that one before.
Yeah. Well, then I think that I'm going to have to go for, man, this is going to be tough to try. You know what? He existed pre-streak Undertaker. Pre-streak Undertaker is who I'm going to take.
So you're taking him out of Legends.
I am taking him out of Legends.
All right.
Yep. I'm talking like right around the Shawn Michaels WrestleMania matches Undertaker. Which was honestly, I would argue, as strong in kayfabe as he ever was. So he was stronger here than he was. I don't know. Right at the beginning, the way he was booked against like Hogan, everybody was pretty damn strong.
Hang on a second. So we said 2011 and forward. He's only done the exhibitions since then. You're thinking about the 2009 WrestleMania 25 versus Shawn Michaels.
When was the streak broken?
For
WrestleMania 30.
So that would be, if it was third.
I'm taking 2011 Undertaker.
Okay.
Which is still middle of the streak. No one can touch him.
Hip problem, can't make it down the ramp.
H.
Undertaker.
I'm talking about, is he winning matches? He's winning the damn matches.
All right.
He's not flying around like a young man.
Right. He's
but
no more topic on heroes for the Undertaker, huh?
No.
Right.
Well, yes, but they're terrifying every time. All right, you're number 4, sir.
I'm going to take a flyer on one, a new up-and-comer, and to strategically take him out of the conversation from somewhere else. The one and only Keith Lee.
Even wearing the damn shirt. All right, son of a bitch. Yep. Given how he's been booked right now, that's not a bad idea. And my final pick will be Jinder Mahal. I'm just kidding.
I mean, if it's like current, like he's yoked right now. I wouldn't be mad at that pick, actually.
He beat everybody.
Right.
No, my final pick here. I know I'm going to regret this. Man, you took some of my big ones, and that's what's killing me here. My final one will have to be Randy Orton.
All right.
Current Randy Orton. Can't quite beat Drew McIntyre consistently, but he can kick the crap out of everybody else, except for Keith Lee. Damn. Whatever, I'm sticking with Randy Orton. Who is your final one, sir?
The Fiend, Bray Wyatt.
Oh-wee.
Figured I'd put a little spicy peppers on this team.
That's pretty good.
Yep.
I'm not going to lie. All right. That is our main roster. Next up is... We're going to screw ourselves over later. The Indies.
No.
The Indies.
No.
This is going to get ugly.
So
this is going to get
full disclosure,
real ugly.
I actually went out and had a good look. One of the only indie promotions I really keep up with anymore besides PWG is Game Changer Wrestling, GCW.
Yep.
And I had to go. I went and looked. It was a nice exercise the past couple of days to go through and like, hey, let's look at the landscape of indie wrestling right now and see what's going on. It was a nice refresher. Something that we don't do often enough is promote some of the talent that's out there. So
yeah, absolutely.
Full disclosure, I have a pool of people that are actual current legit indie wrestlers. I have no intention of pulling from past people. So
interesting.
Yeah, this could get really interesting if you start
I'm gonna destroy you. I'm gonna destroy you then. All right, roll to go first. Ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3. I'm an 11. Oh, God. Drop it on the floor. What'd you do?
Yeah, it fell off. Hang on. I got a 1.
Oh, critical fail.
This is not going well.
Nick just dropped his sword. All right, so then I will be drafting first, and the first person I draft from the Indies is Samoa Joe from Impact.
Oof.
Impact era Samoa Joe. Just indie Samoa
Joe.
Just, yeah, exactly. From TNA. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my first one. What's your first one, sir?
God. Ian does this where he changes the rules at the last minute right as we're about to go live. So I actually found current indie Chris Bay.
It says in the notes I sent you, includes Impact, Ring of Honor, worldwide, past 20 years, level to prime run and ace. That's literally what I sent you, sir.
I know.
Come on.
But when you say indie wrestlers, I don't think you're going to pick Samoa Joe from 20 years ago.
it still counts in the rules I sent you. Read the rules more closely next time.
I can't not pick Chris Bay as my number one sort of draft pick. How that guy does not have a contract yet is still beyond me.
It's just a matter of time.
Yeah, if 2021 should be that. If you don't know about Chris Bay, Bey, you need to know. It's like if you took Ricochet, Ospreay, and maybe a little Cedric Alexander and like balled them up into like
rascals, smash them together.
Oh, I cannot wait to see that guy in a modern promotion. Yeah, Chris Bay.
Okay. My second one will then be, I thought you were going to snake this on me. I will take Kurt Angle from TNA.
Fair
because
enough.
I'm an a-hole.
Yep. All right. So I'm just gonna stick with what I got here. Danhausen.
I believe, and I think they're right in the chat. I think Chris Bay has been snapped up by Impact at this point.
Has it? I didn't know that. Okay. Thank you, Will James. I did not know that.
Yeah, he actually signed with Impact. He did get snapped up by Impact. So there you go. We're just sticking right with Impact and TNA then.
Danhausen be my second one.
Okay.
It's like Darby Allin and Sammy Guevara, a little bit of high flyer, a little bit of drama, a little bit of emo, but
and a lot of
stiff, a lot of good times watching his matches.
Funny.
Yeah.
As stiff as he is, though, he is not Walter. And so I will be taking WXW Progress indie version, cave in your chest, Walter.
If this serves nothing else, I hope that it draws some attention to 5 current indie superstars that none of you had heard about or knew about. Jake Lander, who I see as might potentially be the second coming of a Tyler Bate. He's a short little spark plug. He's got them big powerhouse thighs, low center of gravity, strong as hell, almost like a John Silver.
Yeah.
Just absolutely jacked. But
little
also
chocolate-elish around the face.
But can also work lucha and can also just fly around all over the place. Absolutely fantastic. That's going to be my next one.
Nice. Not mad at it. At what point are you picking Xander Gabriel, out of curiosity? Is your 4th round or 5th round?
Xander, unfortunately, did not make the cut.
Oh, man. I'm sorry, Xander. Nick hates you, apparently.
I don't. But I
my
think Xander would back up my 5 picks as being, those are pretty good.
I guess we'll find out.
Yeah.
My 4th pick for my indies, I'm going to Lucha Underground and taking Pentagon Dark. And taking him right out of contention for AEW.
That's not indies.
It's the definition of indies.
Come on.
They pulled most of those guys from PWG and AAA at the time.
It's produced fantasy scripted television.
What the hell do you think TNA and Impact was? Or Ring of Honor?
All right. I'm not even trying on the indies anymore.
Good grief.
My 4th pick will be Trey Lamar.
All right.
Who, again, yet another one that he should be working somewhere. And if he is, again, much like Chris Bay, I might be behind the times. But those are, Trey Lamar is fantastic.
Was he a football player first?
No.
Oh, I'm thinking of somebody else.
Got a big afro and works a lot like Cedric Alexander as well.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll have to look him up. My 5th one, I had a tough one here because I've got a few now that Nick went all really indie on his indies in a subversion of what normally happens on the show where I go obscure and Nick goes for the mainstream stuff. In an inversion, I am now left with so many options. I've got Jacob Fatu on my list, indie broken Matt Hardy, Grotto, Kevin Steen, Mil Muertes, Nick Gage. I've got a bunch that I could go for here. And I'm kind of spoiled for choice. Man. What do I pick here, Nick? Let's see. Let's go for I'll go for Josh Barnett.
Okay.
The War Master himself.
That's not terrible.
Our boy, friend of the show, Josh Barnett.
I'm throwing this one out there is just because at this point, because he's one of my, not that he would probably be just this, because you're obviously going to win this round anyway, and I'm just,
I don't know what you mean.
this is an honorable mention at this point. I want everybody to go look up the matches for a guy named Treehouse Lee.
Treehouse Lee.
Treehouse Lee. He's absolutely fantastic. It's hilarious. Imagine if Big E were the size of Kofi Kingston, and the animations and the in-ring antics and things like that of Big E were on a small, skinny guy.
Okay.
Also a little bit older. So there's the Treehouse Lee.
All right.
Go and look that one
out
up.
the recommendations. Go watch Impact to see Chris Bay. Danhausen's all over. Jake Lander, Trey Lamar, Treehouse Lee.
Yep.
And again, our boy Xander Gabriel. Shout out to him.
Yep.
All right. And then on my indies, Samoa Joe, Kurt Angle, level to their TNA runs. Walter, Pentagon Dark, and Josh Barnett.
I'm over here scratching off. Yeah. We don't even need to roll on that one.
Oh,
Honestly.
my goodness. All right. So coming up next, our next one is going to be AEW.
Yes.
AEW. All right.
All right, we're rolling.
All right. 1, 2, 3. I got a 15.
13.
Oh, that was a close one. But I still got you.
Yep.
Number 1, I'm taking Cody Rhodes.
Of course. Kenny Omega.
Oh, my God. All right. Well, there goes my New Japan.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you're not mad about that. He just returned. I love to see him. I'm going to take Pac.
Nice. I have to think about what era, but if I'm taking him in AEW, doesn't just have to be within the last year?
It's the AEW version of that person. That's correct.
Oh, God. Okay, then I'm going to save that one.
Yeah, Dustin Rhodes in AEW, you're getting Dustin Rhodes, not like Gold Dust or whatever.
No, I know. I'm not picking Gold Dust. John Moxley, current AEW champion. John Moxley.
That's a strong choice. He hasn't lost all year, just like your first boy, Kenny Omega there. I'm going to follow it up with Brody Lee. Will be my third.
Okay.
And who is your number 3, sir?
You picked 2 of the next 3, so I'm struggling. I'll take a Brian Cage.
All right. And I will take a Wardlow.
I'll finish off with Lance Archer.
We've got one more.
So I got Kenny, Moxley, Cage, Archer. Oh, okay. Sorry.
Counting 5.
Yep.
Finally, I will take it's between Luchasaurus and Orange Cassidy for me here. And Hangman Page. I think I'm going to stick with the big guys. I'm going to stick with the big guys on my team and go Luchasaurus.
Then I will absolutely take Hangman Page.
All right. That's a pretty solid team.
Yep.
All righty. And then next up, we will be choosing down to 2 left, 3 left. It's going to be, what is this? NXT! Yeah. NXT will be the next round.
Yes.
All right, ready to roll, sir?
Yes.
1, 2, 3. I got a 1. Oh, I got a 1. Critical fail. Critical fail.
Oh, God.
No. I've fallen off.
That means I get the first 2 picks, right? No.
We should have done that.
Yeah,
but
right.
I didn't do it earlier for you, so.
Yep.
All right, NXT, you go first.
Can I get a confirmation that did you pick Kevin Steen in the Indies?
Did not. I considered.
I thought I heard you said his name. It threw
me
off there. Okay.
He was a possibility. He was on my list that I was going to take possibly if you screwed me on some of the other ones.
Okay.
I considered him.
Then I'm going to start with did you pick Seth for WWE?
I did.
All right, then I'm going to start with Kevin Owens.
All right. And I will start with first run Demon Finn Balor.
Because I want to screw you later.
Wait a minute. Hello.
Hello. Hang on. Sorry.
Hello. Whoa. Hey, this show just got way more interesting.
Shinsuke Nakamura.
Oh, come on.
NXT champion Shinsuke Nakamura.
Oh my God!
In his prime, when the roof would come off of that place when his entrance music was coming out. Shinsuke Nakamura.
But he's still pretty soft compared to Bomaye Shinsuke Nakamura. Anyway, all right, fine. You did it. It's fine. I will take heel champion Daddy's Home Tommaso Ciampa.
Yeah. Then I'm going to take his foil and take Johnny Gargano.
Really?
Yep.
Okay. Man can't hold on to a title, but go for it. I'm going to take NXT Run Championship reign. Say my name, Aleister Black.
I had that one written down.
Well, you can cross it off now.
So I'm going to take the next one, or the one he took it off of, with Andrade.
All right.
NXT Andrade.
Interesting. And I am going to take Big E Langston. Count to 5.
Ooh.
Count to 5. You can count to 5.
Out of nowhere. Out of nowhere.
Ooh.
I didn't see that coming a mile away.
Some of us member. Who
am I going to round this team out with? Kevin Owens, Gargano, Nakamura, Andrade. Oh. You took Balor. You've taken Joe. You took Seth. I took Drew. You got Ciampa. I got Gargano. Like, who's...
I have so many left. I've got so many backups left waiting for what you're going to say here.
Wait, this is the 5th one, right?
Yeah. And if you say Bull Dempsey, I'm going to laugh you out of the building.
No.
Just theoretically, were you to say Bull Dempsey?
How could I not take the longest reigning NXT champion of all time, Adam Cole? But I'm not.
Oh, the swerve. Okay.
I'm going to take Karrion Kross.
Oh, there it is. There it is. He was the big one out on the table there.
Yes, sir.
He was the big one on the table.
So rattle off your team again for me, because there was a lot you stole a lot there.
I've got one left.
Oh, that's right. Okay, I picked first that time.
Yes. And my final pick was going to be Karrion Kross, but you took that from me. I considered Ricochet. I considered a few people. But one I'm going to stick with, and this may be controversial. I'm going to go left field again. But I'm going to go with undefeated, unkicked out of, lone wolf, Baron Corbin. Because in NXT, that guy was unstoppable. Unstoppable. Maybe y'all forgot.
I did.
But he was unstoppable. He was like Karrion Kross level destruction in NXT. Yep.
What's the Danny DeVito mean?
That's the booking. That's the booking.
Hey,
don't
take
be
it.
mad at me.
So rattle off your team. Rattle off your team for me again.
Demon Finn Balor, Daddy's Home Tommaso Ciampa, Champion Aleister Black, Champion Big E Langston, count to 5, and undefeated, unkicked out of Baron Corbin Lone Wolf.
And I've got Kevin Owens, Shinsuke Nakamura, Johnny Gargano, Andrade, and Karrion Kross.
Yeah.
That might be the most competitive one of this whole thing.
We're going to have a discussion about that one in a few minutes.
Yep.
But first, we've got to get to our last two, and it's going to be New Japan.
Oh.
New Japan. Oh, the legends are going last.
Wow, they're going last. Okay, I actually thought that would be the opposite, if I'm being completely honest.
Oh, no.
Are you ready to roll?
Oh, man. Yes. 1, 2, 3. 19, baby.
2.
Bro. At least it's not competitive with the rolling.
Right.
All right. My first New Japan. You took my first one, so I'm going to have to go with the Rainmaker.
Of course.
Kazuchika Okada.
Of course.
How could I not?
How could you not? How could you not? And how could I not take the 3 times final appearing in the G1, 2-time winning Kota Ibushi?
Oh! You left yourself wide open. I'm going to take from 2005. I'm taking the only man who could be competitive against the Rainmaker.
Taguchi?
I'm taking Hiroshi Tanahashi.
Oh, Then I'm going to throw one right back with some egg in your face, and I'm going to take Murder Grandpa himself, Minoru Suzuki.
Fit. You took my boy.
Yep, I took him.
My dude.
Right out from under you.
Then I'm gonna go for a dude who could kick off anyone in this entire tournament's head and go for Katsuyori Shibata. Pre-aneurysm.
Right, pre-head injury.
Head injury. Pre-early retirement.
That's so wrong. That's so mean.
But
I'm
it's
sorry,
true.
Shibata.
No, he knows. He's trying to get back in. He's a beast. Katsuyori Shibata is who I'm taking.
Naito. How could I not pick Naito?
Oh! All right. He was not on my main list, but I'm gonna have to dig into my. I'm gonna have to dig deep because you took some of my dudes here. Yeah, you took some of my dudes. Oh man,
This is how I felt about NXT.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, I feel a little better then. I'm gonna have to go for the Stone Pitbull himself, Tomohiro Ishii. Never won a title, beat everyone who's ever had a title. So
I'm gonna throw a curveball at this one because I think he could add something to the match and get us some wins. And I'm gonna put Toru Yano in there.
Oh God damn it! Okay. That hurt me bad. That hurt me bad. That was my coup de grace, and you stole it. So I'm actually gonna have to go for a left turn here too, because we took a couple of my other ones, and take the man who's beaten most of the guys that we've put on this list, and that's Painmaker Chris Jericho. I hate to say it, because there's so many guys I'd like to put on here instead. There's so many guys I'd rather.
Do you remember when I asked about Jericho earlier? Or when I asked about AEW, if it was the only that run, I scratched off Jericho from AEW and wrote him down here on New Japan. Because that's exactly what I was gonna do. You and me, man. It's scary sometimes.
Sorry. I'm not sorry. Time to go fishing, my man. Who's your last person from New Japan? You already screwed yourself on Kenny Omega. Can't take him.
Yep.
Tons of other people you could take. How about a Taichi, dude? Take Taichi.
No.
He could be on your team. No?
No.
No?
No.
Oh, why not?
No.
No.
How
How about Yuji Nagata? Blue Justice himself.
about Will Ospreay? How about
What
that?
has he done? He's a junior.
How about
All right,
that?
fine. All right, fine. Go
Catch
for Will
me
Ospreay.
outside. How about that?
Go for Will Ospreay. See what happens.
Will Ospreay.
All right. Your team's going to get blacklisted. Oh, Jesus, did I go there? All right. Finally, the last one is going to be the Legends. This is going to be very interesting indeed. Nick, roll for initiative. 1, 2, 3. Oh, God, it's flying all over the place. 9.
7.
Is that a 9 or a 6? That's a 9.
I got a 7.
The dice are not on your side today, sir.
No, they're not.
All right, so the Legends. I'm going to start off with, I have to do it. I can't stand the man in real life, but Hulk Hogan.
Yep.
I'm going to take control of the plane with Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan.
I can't not pick, especially since we're doing, quote, in their prime, I can't not pick Bruno Sammartino.
Oh, man. Oh, that's a good one. That's a very good one.
I'm swinging for the fences with this category.
I like that. I like that a lot. I'm going to follow up with Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Figured you would.
I mean, if he's on the playing table, I've got to take him.
Which is why.
Oh,
Why I'm going to take the one and only Nature Boy himself, Ric Flair.
I didn't even have him on my list because I knew you were going to take him.
Woo!
I knew. I just knew. Which means which I'm going to have to follow this up with, woo yeah, Randy Savage. Dig it.
Oh, man. You have scratched off 5 of the guys that I had written down for my legends.
Womp womp.
Yeah.
Not my problem. Not my problem. Come on. You got this, sir. I trust you. I believe in you. Who is your number 3?
I'm going to take Sting, but not Crow Sting.
You're taking Woo Sting?
Woo Sting. Face Sting.
You're going to have opposing
Sting.
Woos? You're going to have Ric Flair and Sting on the same team?
They're going to have a woo-off on the kickoff show.
Man, Ric Flair is going to betray... Okay, we're going to talk about this later. Surfer Sting goes on Nick's team.
Surfer Sting. There you go.
Is going on Nick's list. I'm following mine up with the excellence of execution, Bret Hart.
All right. And I will take Mr. The sexy boy himself, Shawn Michaels.
Really?
Yep.
All right.
Late 90s prime. Shawn Michaels.
Asshole
In a weird coincidental twist of picks right next to each other.
Yes, of course, of course. They always have to be said in the same sentence.
Right.
So this last spot for me is really hard
Me
because
too.
there's so many. There's so many. I could Ricky Steamboat, Roddy Piper, Terry Funk, Dusty Rhodes. Like there's so many I want to put in the slot. And the one that I'm tempted to put on here because of 2 reasons. Longevity and the way he got himself booked through politicking. And that's Triple H. Golden Shovel Triple H would have been my number 5.
Is he legend status at this point, though?
I mean, absolutely. The dude's been around since the early 90s. Everyone else who's around since the early 90s would be considered a legend. How could he not
fair. I mean, technically, he's still kind of working, even if he is running back stuff backstage.
He's in the Hall of Fame at least once.
Yeah, all right.
So, anyway, I was going to pick him. But then you left probably one of the biggest chunks on the table you possibly could have. Because for some reason, you forgot about The Rock.
Didn't forget about him. He was going to be next.
Well, there you go.
Which means that I have to pull a rabbit out of my hat right now. Because you took Savage from me, you took Hogan from me, you took Stone Cold, You took The Rock, you took Bret Hart, you took Undertaker. I had all these were written down. Like I had all of these written down.
Triple H, who's not nothing. Golden Shovel, Reign of Terror, Triple H, pretty good.
No, I feel like I can do better than that.
Brooklyn Brawler still on the table.
How about Roddy Piper?
Okay. Is this blackface Roddy Piper, or is this like regular Intercontinental Champion face? No.
I don't know blackface Roddy Piper.
Where have you been?
What do you mean black? He came out in blackface? What did I miss?
Yeah, he came on a half blackface.
Oh, that.
We'll talk about.
Okay. Yeah. No, just Piper's Pit.
Okay. Coconut on the head.
Yeah.
Piper, right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we have our teams, Nick. Finally, we have
Holy
our
smokes.
teams.
And we only lost half the audience.
Right.
Yeah, you guys are sticking with us. Thanks for hanging. Let me catch up on a couple of bits real quick because I don't want to miss out on those. Scottish Saint threw in 100 bits and said, "You guys are on at a decent hour in my time zone. I've missed this."
Yes.
Thank you very much, Scottish Saint.
It's you.
It was a cheeky little stream today for patrons.
Yeah.
Haley Nicole threw in 100 bits. Thank you very much, Haley. And that's it. So where do we go from here? Now we have to pit our teams against each other.
Right. So now we have to get this down to 6 teams. So let's start off at the top here. Let's just start right at the end and go for the legends first. All right. I've got Bret Hart, Hulk Hogan, Randy Savage, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and The Rock. You have Bruno Sammartino, Ric Flair, Sting, Surfer Sting, Shawn Michaels, and Roddy Piper. Right off the bat, looking at that on the surface, I'm going to say that between Hulk Hogan, Austin, and The Rock, yes, you have Sammartino and Flair, but you boys don't stand a chance.
Yeah, you win.
Well, that was easy.
Yeah.
That was easy. All right.
I like both those teams, though.
Both those teams are
I like the
sexy.
diversity of mine a little bit more, but you obviously have the all-star team there. That's
right.
that's not going to be. There's nothing I could say that would sway anybody from thinking that Hogan, Austin, and The Rock on one team would be beatable in any way, shape, or form.
No, it's game over. The only way they're going to be beatable is at the end if we start doing the dice, and then it's all things are even on at the final round.
Right.
So second of all, AEW. I've got Cody Rhodes, Pac, Brody Lee, Wardlow, and Luchasaurus. You, sir, have Kenny Omega, Jon Moxley, Brian Cage, Lance Archer, and Hangman Page.
I got to admit, this one's close, but I do favor mine a little bit.
I think I favor yours too. I've got too many guys who are typical AEW monsters, and monsters lose in AEW. The only hope I've got is Cody Rhodes. Pac is not he wins and loses. He's got a pretty good record, but and I got my monsters, but you've got Kenny Omega and Jon Moxley
and Page,
just alone, and Page.
Flanked by two monster guys. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to have to give this one to you.
All right.
I'm going to have to give this one.
Ian.
I've got it all written down over here.
Yeah, I'm just making my own little notes over here.
Oh, okay.
It's hideous.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Y'all can't see this, but it looked like
all the scratch outs are all the ones Ian stole.
Next up, NXT.
This one might come down to a dice roll, honestly.
This might come down to a dice roll. Demon Finn Balor, Tommaso Ciampa, Baron Corbin, Aleister Black, and Big E Langston versus Kevin Owens, Shinsuke Nakamura, Johnny Gargano, Andrade Cien Almas, and Karrion Kross. I'm not going to lie. To me, this looks like Karrion Kross versus Demon Finn Balor. Everything else is incidental. The way those two guys have been booked. I have to argue for my team just because, Baron Corbin,
the Demon.
Big E Langston, you 5 counts, right? Aleister Black, no one could beat him. Tommaso Ciampa was wrecking everybody. And the Demon was never beaten, ever.
Still to this day, yeah.
Compared to KO, who did lose, Nakamura, who was undefeatable till he lost, Gargano, who loses all the time, Andrade, who was a mess until he got that great final run, which was relatively short. But then you have World Ender Karrion Kross.
I feel like he would raise those other guys up a little bit.
He might actually mess up everybody but Demon Finn Balor. But it's ironic because right now we're heading in NXT to possibly seeing Karrion Kross versus Finn Balor for the championship. So it's a little interesting we're coming down to that.
So let me throw this to you a little bit in the reverse. If we remove those two from the conversation, how do the teams look pitted against each other?
Taking those two guys out, I think I still got you. Because, again, Andrade, Johnny Gargano had a whole lot of holes in their record. Nakamura and Owens were pretty strong. But I've got a bunch of guys who were straight up undefeated. Corbin, Langston, Black. Ciampa went for a long time without being beaten. He was out there beating Gargano.
Yeah. But, I mean, Gargano got his back, too.
He got his back at the end of the whole thing. I'm just talking about, like...
It was a whole arc,
Yeah. Regular,
I look at them as 4 NXT champions, right? And that's kind of the way... If we look at them in the context of each of them in their respective championship runs...
I've got 4 out of 5 NXT champions. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 NXT champions. Okay. That's a little bit more stroke to your side.
I mean, I'm willing to roll it off, a 2 out of 3 roll off if you want to.
All right,
because I feel like it's really even.
I think I've got this. You think you've got this. All right, let's roll it off.
All right, first roll. Here we go.
Okay. I got a 10.
19.
Damn. All right, Nick takes 1 point. Roll number 2. I have an 18.
I have a 1.
Oh, critical fail. It comes down to this. Whose NXT team goes on to the finals?
Oh, I got him with a 20.
Oh, no, I have an 18. Oh, come on. Oh, son of a bitch. All right.
Yeah. And that's how close, right? Honestly, that's so fitting.
Even the rolls were close.
That's so fitting that's the way NXT went because they're all just that good. They're all just that damn good.
Yep.
Whew.
Damn it.
Nick takes a bit of a lead here. All right.
Look at this.
WWE time.
Who would have thunk it? All right. Next up, we've got main roster. I've got Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar post beating the streak, Seth Rollins post beating Triple H and Brock, Undertaker pre having his streak broken, and Randy Orton. And Nick over here has, where are you? Drew McIntyre, AJ Styles, face that runs the place, year-long title reign, AJ Styles, Super John Cena, Keith Lee, and Fiend Bray Wyatt. I'm not even discussing this. This comes down to a dice roll right now.
Yep.
Just alone between the Fiend and Taker,
AJ and Cena.
Roman Reigns and Drew McIntyre cancel each other out. They're meeting this weekend. You've got World Ender Brock Lesnar and Super Cena. We know what happened to Super Cena when he ran into Brock after the streak, though. So
hence
that might
the birth of Suplex City.
Right. Seth Rollins and AJ Styles cancel each other out. I don't know. This is I can't even call this.
All right,
Keith
2
Lee.
out of 3 again.
Keith Lee. I have Randy Orton. This is that's also too even. Can't do it. All right, 2 out of 3. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. I have a 9.
8.
No, I take the first one. Round 2. I have a 4. Oh no.
That is. It's got the dot. It's a 9.
All right, and it comes down to the final one again. God damn it. All right, 1, 2, 3. 20. Natural 20. Right there, baby. Oh, inverse of last time. That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
I love a good game of chance.
Nummy. Gotta love how that goes down. Also because my team deserved to win. All right, next up we've got New Japan. I have Katsuyori Shibata, Kazuchika Okada, Hiroshi Tanahashi, Tomohiro Ishii, and the Painmaker, Chris Jericho. Nick, you've got Kota Ibushi, Minoru Suzuki, Naito, Toru Yano, and Will Ospreay. I'm going to say just flat out, I've got Shibata, Okada, and Tanahashi. We're done here.
Yep.
That team has to go on.
And we don't even need to discuss the indies. You pulled a fast one on me there.
Fair enough. I did not pull a fast one. You just didn't look closely.
Fine.
All right. So going forward, TNA era Samoa Joe, TNA era Kurt Angle, Walter, Pentagon Dark, and Josh Barnett. That's a pretty sick team.
That is a pretty nasty team.
Nasty team. So now's when it's going to get a little bit fun here, because now I'm going to put all these things back into a hat, and we're going to have these teams face off and get this down to 3 teams, and all them wrestlers going to fight, and then we're going to see who of all of these amazing wrestlers is the sole survivor, or multiple sole survivors perhaps.
So what are you drawing for now?
I'm drawing to see which of these teams face off right now.
Okay.
All right. So first
and we're
of all,
doing this live, and he's not even looking at the hat. So you guys, just listening to the audio.
I'm drawing from a hat. We're gonna pit 2 of these teams: the Legends, AEW, NXT, the main roster, New Japan, and the Indies. We're pitting them against each other right now. First match is going to be the Legends versus the Indies. Oh damn! Wow. Oh man, the Indies are doomed. Damn, I had some people on the Indies I wanted to go to the finals. Bret Hart, Hulk Hogan, Randy Savage, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and The Rock versus TNA Kurt Angle, TNA Samoa Joe, Walter, Pentagon Dark, and Josh Barnett.
Oh, they're they're going to get murdered by the Legends.
Oh my God. Dude, I wanted some of those guys in the finals.
You did such a good job picking that team, and they're just to come out and just swing and a miss in round 1.
Oh, that's how it works sometimes in wrestling, though. It's a swerve. You see this brilliant Indies team. You're like, oh, my God, these guys are killers. They're amazing. Kurt Angle, Samoa Joe.
And
Walter's going to
and then out walks the Expendables, right?
It would be worth it to watch Walter cave in Hulk Hogan's chest. But, oh, my God, that would be a really awesome match. I mean, it really would. They would still lose. The Indies guys would still lose. But that would be an absolutely awesome match. Pentagon Dark breaking Randy Savage's arm. Come on.
That would be good.
That's sad. All right, the Indies are going away.
Womp womp.
Womp, womp, womp. That's sad. All right, round two. Round two. Okay, good Lord. Shuffling. Round two is going to be NXT versus the main roster. Ooh.
So.
Okay, so we've got NXT Kevin Owens, NXT Shinsuke Nakamura, Johnny Gargano, NXT Andrade Cien Almas, and Karrion freaking Kross versus Roman Reigns, post-streak Brock Lesnar, Kingslayer Beast Slayer Seth Rollins, pre-streak break Undertaker, and Randy Orton.
I mean, they'd give them a run for their money, but there's no contest there, really.
Yeah, no, between Roman, Brock, and Taker. Like, I'm sorry, Karrion Kross. You're a big deal. You're not that big of a deal yet.
Yeah.
Same with Nakamura and Owens in NXT. Like, oof. The main roster is just too big. So, all right. So we get main roster and legends moving forward.
Oof.
Oh, man. I was hoping one of these smaller ones would make it through, but I guess, all right. So it comes down to
How perfect is it that AEW has to fight New Japan?
My God. It's pretty great considering that AEW is made up of Kenny Omega, Jon Moxley, Brian Cage, Lance Archer, and Hangman Page, 4 out of the 5 of whom have been in New Japan. New Japan represented by Katsuyori Shibata, Kazuchika Okada, Hiroshi Tanahashi, Tomohiro Ishii, and Painmaker Chris Jericho.
I got to take this one. This is AEW all the way.
What?
This is AEW all the way.
Shibata, Okada, and Tanahashi. And Painmaker Chris Jericho. Not even, like, Chris Jericho in AEW was their first champ.
Omega, Moxley, and Page with 2 monsters?
Versus Shibata, Okada, and Tanahashi? Are you kidding? Going to the dice.
I think we got to roll this one off.
Going to the dice. I can't believe this is a question for you. You're out of your god.
All right.
1, 2, 3. 18 for the New Japan boys.
I got an 18.
Oh, shit. Roll again. 1, 2, 3. Oh, no, 5.
7.
Oh, damn it. All right, come on.
This is so perfect because this is exactly how they would eke one out.
I hate it. 1, 2, 3, round 2. 6. God damn it.
7.
Shut up.
7 to 5, 7 to 6. Just eking it out. All right. Oh, that's it.
Oh, my God. That pisses me off so bad.
Oh.
Me off so bad. Legends versus WWE versus AEW. Well, at least it's a mainstream.
Right?
It's a mainstream finals.
It's funny how all of this shit works out to be exactly what we're watching on TV these days, pretty much. Oh, that's fun. It's crazy to me how ironic and real that becomes when it's either a complete blowout or it ekes one out like it just did. Because that's exactly when you were looking at AEW versus New Japan, we disagreed, but you could see there that Kenny would probably be able to eke it out. Moxley would be able to tough some of those matches out. Archer might be able to tough him out, and Page is kind of a stamina.
Bullshit. Tanahashi in his prime and Okada in their prime would have wiped the floor with those boys. Absolute nonsense.
JB said this is how WWE books. I wish.
Right, it's true.
I wish this is how WWE booked. It's not just like, just put it over. Just make it up as you go. Whatever.
All right.
All right, so we have our Super Survivor Series match between the Legends, AEW, and WWE main roster. Wow.
It's killing me.
Okay. And two of these are your teams, one of them are mine. Okay.
All right, so at least it was equitable at the end of all this.
Yes. So how are we approaching this? Are we doing elimination by elimination?
Yep. Right now, I am.
You're putting all the drawings of who's facing who down, right?
What I'm doing right now, because I didn't know who's going to end up in the finals, is I am making some quick little chits of their names to then draw out of a hat, and we're going to start having some faces-offs of the WWE main roster that we came up with. AEW, and Legends. My goodness. I was hoping that in the end we'd have one of the smaller, like the Indies or NXT or something like that. But yeah, it looks like Vince McMahon is in charge of our dice today. So I apologize. All right, so I have everything ready to go. I've got all my little. I'm going to throw them in my ugly cowboy hat here.
Or is
And
it
I'm gonna mix them
cowboy
all
ugly
up.
hat?
It's an ugly cowboy ugly hat. The first
Fair.
match of the day. Drum roll, please, Nick. The first match of the finals, the final Survivor Series, is going to be. I have to make sure that they're not from the same team here, so give me 1 second. Randy Savage, Macho Man Randy Savage versus Seth Rollins.
Oh!
That is our first match. So the way this is going to work, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to grab our dice. If we roll a 1 through a 3, it's a tag out. First, we determine initiative. So let's see who goes first here, Nick. 1, 2, 3, 13.
17.
All right, you go first. So Nick's going to go first. He's going to roll. We're going to roll at the same time. If we roll both evens or both odds, it's a block. If it's odd, if we're not the same, then Nick gets a point. 3 points in a row is a pinfall. Then we roll to see who gets the higher point. Higher point wins. So if Nick is getting pinned and I win, he's out. So on and so forth. We go down until we're down to the sole survivors.
I feel like we need some cinematic music here for something like this. Sorry, guys. I was not prepared.
That's okay. You didn't know what was coming. It's fine.
All right, so I'm rolling, right?
We have to. Yes, you're going first. We're both rolling at the same time. So 1, 2, 3. I have a 2.
I have a 19.
1 strike to. I don't even know who you're.
All right, who am I representing?
Yeah, that's good. That was the aspect.
I guess I have to pick, right? Because I got the 19.
I'll
I'll pick Savage.
Sure. There you go. Okay, so you're Savage. Savage gets 1 point. Roll again, Nick. Of a 9.
12.
Oh, another point to Savage. 1 more, and he's getting a pinning. 1, 2. What you got?
8.
I have a natural 20.
Ooh, that is an automatic elimination.
Automatic elimination. Savage is out of here.
Ooh.
Savage is out of here. Seth Rollins wins the first round. Randy Savage eliminated right off the bat. It's like it's the Royal Rumble all over again.
And Elizabeth consoles him on the way out.
My goodness. Well, Seth, where'd you go, Seth?
Seth's still in it.
I know. His card ran away on me. It fluttered away. All right. Well, we know Seth's still in this. Let me pick someone else for him to face here. 1. Let's Stone Cold Steve Austin. Seth Rollins versus Stone Cold Steve Austin is up next. Let's see. I'm still representing Seth, so
yep.
Nick,
I'm rolling.
Let's go. 1, 2, 3. I've got a 17.
I got a 7.
Okay, it's a block. 1, 2, 3.
No, I got a 7. You got a 17?
Yes, they're both odd.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Roll again.
8.
I have a 9. 1 strike. All right. 2, 3.
12.
7. That's 2. That's 2 for Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Ooh.
Oh, buddy. 1, 2. This is it for the pin. 1, 2, 3.
3.
16. Oh, it's a pinning. It's a pin. All right, whoever gets the higher number, I'm attacking, so I'm pinning Seth Rollins. Stone Cold Steve Austin has a pin on Seth Rollins.
No, you're Seth Rollins.
I'm Seth Rollins. I am?
Yes.
I'm losing track. This is all falling apart, Nick.
That's half the fun.
That is half the fun. All right, Seth Rollins pinning Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yes.
This is bizarre. All right, for the win.
A 6.
A 1. Seth Rollins. So Stone Cold kicks out at 1. Seth Rollins goes flying across the ring. That is a humiliating moment for Seth Rollins.
All right, are we still going?
We're still going.
All right.
We go until someone's eliminated or
A 10.
an 18 block. A natural 20.
Oh.
Seth Rollins takes out Stone Cold Steve Austin. What is this?
Seth Rollins has back-to-back eliminated Macho Man Randy Savage and Stone Cold Steve Austin.
What the hell, Seth?
Oh my God.
What's going on?
I don't. That's right, JB. What is life? Trans Zombie threw in 100 bits, and don't forget to add your THAC0. I don't know if I know what that is, and I feel like I should know what that is. What is THAC? Do you know, Ian?
I'm not that much of a nerd, unfortunately.
Yeah.
What is it? To hit armor class.
Oh.
To hit armor. Of course.
Yeah.
This shit's getting really nerdy, and I'm not mad at it. Oh, dude. Okay.
So Seth is still in it. Who is his next competitor?
Yeah. All right. You are going to be, this time you're going to be representing Nick. From AEW, Brian Cage is next in.
Okay.
Oh,
Here
boy.
we go.
Come on. Let's go.
A 1.
A 6. Oh! That means he tags out. Cage tags out.
Yes. Okay.
Cage tagged out. All right. Coming up. Cage didn't want none of Seth Rollins after pinning Stone Cold Steve Austin and
Right.
Randy.
Exactly.
Randy.
He's like,
Randy
I'm
Savage
out.
back.
I'm
He's
out.
like, I'm good. Team Taz.
Yes.
Team Taz.
Yeah.
Pick Cage again. He just wants to be in. All right. Coming up next in the ring is Lance Archer. He tags in Lance Archer.
Oh.
Your boy.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, Nick. Let's go. Lance Archer versus Seth Rollins in the
12.
Survivor Series. A 4. It's a block. All right. One more time. A 2. Uh-oh.
11.
Lance Archer. Oh, sorry. Seth Rollins tags out. It's a 2-0 for me.
Yep.
So Lance Archer scares off Seth Rollins. Rollins
Smart. He just went back-to-back with Macho Man and Stone Cold.
Into the pile. All right. I can't pick someone from the same team. That was Moxley. Seth Rollins wants to get back in, but I just took him out. All right. Then it's going to be Roman Reigns. Seth Rollins tags in his Shield brother, Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns versus Lance Archer.
Lance Archer.
Okay, you're going first here then. I'm still on Archer.
All right. Roman Reigns attacks. 1, 2, 3.
No.
20. Holy shit. I need to go to Vegas with these dice rolls right now.
No kid. So
Madness.
they've eliminated. Oh my God. Okay. Wow.
Good Lord. All right. So 2 legends are gone and 1 member of AEW is down.
So who's coming in for me?
Let's find out right now. Coming in for you next, sir. Hulk Hogan.
All right.
Hogan from the Legends versus Roman Reigns.
You're still on Roman Reigns, so keep going.
Still on Roman Reigns. All right. Hulk Hogan's coming in. You're attacking, though.
Okay.
Roman took out the last guy. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
19.
Oh. All right. Hulk Hogan
You
coming
didn't
in.
know.
He's hulking up. He's hulking up. Here we go again. Oh, my God.
No.
Another natural 20. My new nickname is the Natural Nightmare because I'm throwing 20s right and left, folks. I'm throwing bombs.
Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns have single-handedly eliminated. Let's recap: Macho Man Randy Savage, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Lance Archer,
Yeah.
and Hulk Hogan.
He's running wild.
Oh my God.
Madness. This is insanity. Insanity. All right. Tagging in after Roman Reigns eliminates Hulk Hogan. Holy crap.
Will James threw in 100 bits. He said, Sir Ian Natural. That's right.
Dude.
That's
not
right.
even
Thank you, Will.
Not even kidding. This is
All right, so Roman Reigns is still in. Who's his next competitor?
Roman Reigns. Next in is Brian Cage comes back in.
Okay.
Cage come in. You're rolling for Cage again.
Yeah, he comes in with a hot tag on the attack.
All right. Come on, Nick. Cage is attacking.
8.
13. So that's a strike for Cage. Oof. Cage gets 1 on Roman Reigns. Ooh. Second roll. I got a 4.
I got a 6.
Uh-oh. That's a block.
Yep.
All right.
19.
1. Roman is out. Roman tags out.
Oh.
Roman tags out.
Son of a bitch.
And I know he didn't want none of Brian Cage this round.
He got him up in the Weapon X and wriggled out.
But he tags out to The Rock. He's going to take his size 19 boot, shine it up real nice, turn it sideways, and stick it straight up Cage's candy ass. Let's go, buddy.
3.
11. It's a block. Well, 3 is a tag out.
Yeah,
1 to
3 is a yeah.
Bye-bye, Cage. He doesn't want none.
he's just now he's just playing mind games. Cage is messing with him. Tag in, tag out. It's quality tag wrestling right here from Brian Cage.
He's smart. He's smart.
Yeah.
That's a legend. I keep picking up legends. We only have 2 legends, and I keep picking them. All right. So you are instead getting, oh, man. Oh, man. You are getting streak-ending, John Cena wrecking, Brock Lesnar versus The Rock. Prime era The Rock. You remember how this went down in real life, Nick? This is going to be interesting.
Okay, here we go.
You got Brock, and you're still attacking.
Okay.
Oh, 1, 2, 3.
8.
Up 6. It's a block. 1, 2, 3. Keep it rolling. Shut the. This is ridiculous.
I got a 17 too. Jesus.
I have another 20.
Roman Reigns eliminates Brock Lesnar.
I need to frame these dice. Yes, The Rock eliminates Brock Lesnar.
The Rock, sorry, yeah.
The Rock eliminates Brock Lesnar. The first member of Team WWE goes down to the People's Champion. And really, that is how it should be. That is how it should. I'm still shook on the number of 20s I'm rolling today.
Yeah, no kidding. All right, who's next?
All right, tagging in next to face the People's Champ, who's on a roll. Brian Cage. I'm shuffling these every time. Cage is being very cagey in this, I have to say.
JD wants to know if these die were checked by officials before the match.
Maybe they should have been. Maybe they should have been. I mean, Nick, I'm holding this up to you every time I get one of those. Yep. You can see all I'm doing is picking it up. I can't fake this. All right. I couldn't if I tried. 1, 2, 3. Brian Cage attacks The Rock.
11.
It's a 7. It's a block. 14.
18.
It's a block. This is hard and heavy.
1. Tag out.
5. Oh, out goes
Cage again.
Cage doesn't want none of The Rock.
Cage is playing mind games. He's working chicken shit heel, and he's tagging in and then tagging right back out. I'm telling you, Cage is going to be the sole survivor in this whole thing.
Probably gonna be, man. Oh my god. He's smart. He's wrestling smart.
Our boy the Swolverine's at it. I hear him. All right, who we got?
Oh, god. Oh. And so in to face Prime Era Rock, we have pre-end of the streak, Undertaker.
Oh.
Undertaker versus The Rock, ladies and gentlemen. Rock on the Legends team, Taker on the modern WWE team.
So I'm representing Taker, I guess, right?
From Cage's shenanigans. Oh my god.
It's exactly the kind of shit you'd see in a Survivor Series match, too. That's what's brilliant about it.
Oh my god. Yeah, the crazy early covers. Okay, all right. The Rock versus Taker. You're Taker. I'm Rock. Taker's on the attack. 19.
I got a 9.
All right, it's a block. A 4.
13.
Oh, that's 1 strike for Taker. The strongest striker. Was the most natural striker in the WWE.
A 10.
A 17. Another strike for Taker. 1 more. It's a pinning combination. Oh.
What is that? A 4.
7. Oh, Taker pins The Rock. Taker pins The Rock. Whoever gets the higher dice roll now wins. I'm representing Rock. You're representing Taker. Who wins? A 5.
9.
Taker pins The Rock. The Rock goes out.
As it should be.
There is only 1 member left of the Legends team. That's Bret Hart. Bret Hart is all that's left of the Legends.
It's hard to say Legends team and Undertaker in two different sentences and teams.
It is weird, but you know what? Go for it. Taker has his predilections. All right, so your Taker takes out my Rock. So next in for me, oh shit, AEW, Kenny Omega
versus the Undertaker.
I would love to see this match in real life. Can you imagine Taker trying to work with Kenny Omega? It'd actually be really good, I imagine.
I'm going to have a couple of weeks off coming up very soon. I'm wondering if I could build this in WWE 2K.
I'm sure easily build a Kenny Omega with the Creator Wrestler.
No, I mean the whole match that we've got here.
To win this whole thing. I'm just going to tell you right now. I'm already seeing it coming.
Cage?
Brian Cage is just going to sit.
He's channeling his inner Lana.
Going through.
All right, come on. We got to go.
All right, Kenny Omega versus The Undertaker. 1, 2, 3.
20!
Oh, no! Kenny Omega, I've got a 1. Kenny Omega attempts a tag out, but is immediately taken out by The Undertaker, and somewhere Jim Cornette pops a bottle of champagne and masturbates into a glass. Good Lord! It's happened. Undertaker aces Kenny Omega. Oh, my God. Taker's a world ender. In next. Oh, Jon Moxley comes in from AEW. Oh, my goodness. Jon Moxley versus The Undertaker, which we actually kind of sort of have seen. But not AEW Jon Moxley.
No.
So here we go. Moxley versus Taker. Moxley on the offensive. Here we go, Nick. I have a 7.
18.
Oh, damn. Taker blocking hard. Oh, actually, that's not a block. That's actually because it's odds.
Yeah.
It's odd and even. So that's Moxley gets a shot off on Taker. Second roll. It was
3.
16. Oh, another strike for Jon Moxley.
Oh, no.
Oh, here we go. One more. It's a pinning combination.
A 2.
16. Oh, Taker gets out of here.
Yep.
Oh, man. Moxley had his number. And Taker escapes to fight another day. Wow. Oh, man. Oh, that's Taker again.
Yep.
And so instead, we have Roman Reigns coming back in. Shield Brother versus Shield Brother. Jon Moxley versus Roman Reigns. This is hot fire. Hot fire. All right, you're Roman Reigns. You're on the offensive versus Jon Moxley.
I got a 7.
16. Oh, it's a strike for Roman. A 15.
2. Tag out.
Roman tags out. Roman wants none of Moxley. He's scared now that Moxley has newborns coming.
Right.
And Taker's back in. Taker wants some more of Moxley. He must have blind tagged Roman. That's the only way that would have happened. All right. Taker's on the offensive. Bring it on.
9.
Moxley tags out. He wants none of Taker. He got a 3.
Smart man.
Wants none of the dead man. So coming up next, we've got Bret Hart.
Oh.
The last surviving member of the Legends team. His last stand against Undertaker. My goodness.
How fitting.
Let's see how fitting. Bret Hart on the offensive against the Undertaker. Let's go. 11 for Bret Hart.
19.
Damn. All right, well, it's a block,
It's a
but
block.
still, that was close. Man, that was a close one.
Trans Zombie with the resub. Tier 1. Thank you very much, Trans Zombie. Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right,
All
rule
right.
number 2.
7. Not again. You took out
Bam.
Undertaker?
Bret Hart takes out the Undertaker, natural 20. Holy crap. The 20s are flying over here. Undertaker gets put in the sharpshooter. He doesn't tap out. I don't. Bret Hart KOs him. It's done. Bret Hart, by the way, heroically coming in at the last member of the Legends team and takes out the Undertaker to survive. This is why it's called Survivor Series, people.
Yes.
Because survive. And Bret Hart survives the Undertaker, but instead finds himself next facing Hangman Adam Page.
Oh, God. That's kind of a dream match, actually.
Which it really, can you imagine Bret Hart in his prime versus Hangman Page now?
Yeah,
That would be glorious. That would be, well, let's not imagine
Yep.
it. Let's see it happen right now in front of our very faces, Nick, as Bret Hart
9.
and Page 6. All right, that's a strike for Hangman Page on Bret Hart.
4.
16. Oh, that's a block.
15.
11, another block. Oh, they're trading. They're trading. Another 11.
8.
Oh, there's a strike from Page to Bret Hart.
17.
A 5, another block. Oh, man, you knew these guys would trade. You knew these guys would trade blows.
I got a 9.
13. You know, we said this was going to be a technical match between these two guys. I did not realize how technical this was going to get.
Yep.
They are trading.
Yep.
Up until now, it's been pretty quick and even, but now these guys are actually going out there and having a technical match. I'm digging this.
13.
6. Uh-oh, there's a strike for Hangman.
19.
11. That's a block. All right. At some point, we're going to have to roll for initiative for poor Bret here.
16.
19. All right. There's a strike from Page as well.
So what are we at? Is it 2 strikes for each of them?
Yeah, we're going to have to start doing that because at this point, these guys are just never going to stop fighting. This is unbelievable.
7.
5. Yeah, they're just trading. All right. So roll for initiative for Bret. At this point, Bret's going to take initiative. 19 and... Oh, God, no! The last possible second. Another 20. Another 20. Bret Hart, out of nowhere, takes out Hangman Page.
Bret Hart standing tall as the sole survivor, eliminating dudes.
Eliminating dudes. Trading with Hangman Page. And then the elimination comes. Good Lord, Bret Hart is a monster. Next up, Seth Rollins.
Oh, again, another one that would be a bit of a dream match.
Man. Yeah, dude. Oh, God. Classic Bret Hart versus Seth Rollins. Well, we're going to see it right now. I hope it's as epic as Hangman Page versus Bret Hart because they were trading.
Yeah, they were.
Trading.
All right, here we go.
All right.
7.
Bret Hart doesn't want none. Tags out on a 1.
To who?
Bret Hart going to go rest. He's...
He can't tag out. He's the last one of his team.
You can tag out to other teams.
Okay.
It's like a tornado tag team.
Tornado. Okay, tornado rules.
Getting another Shield reunion. Moxley versus Seth Rollins. Moxley tags in. Moxley versus Seth Rollins. Moxley now on the initiative. Moxley's fighting.
3.
They both tag out. They want none of each other.
Okay.
They want none of each other.
All right.
All right. Interesting. Shield brothers can't fight. Oh. See, this is the kind of thing where a game of chance can tell you stories that you wouldn't otherwise expect, but actually work really well.
Yeah, WWE. Hey, just get a couple of 20-sided die for your booking.
Get some dice.
Yeah.
Make it work. And who should tag in but the cagiest one of all?
Yeah.
Brian Cage. Brian Cage is back against Bret Hart. It comes down to this. Will Cage stay in long enough to eliminate Bret Hart, or will he finally get his number called? Let's find out, Nick.
Am I Cage?
Let's see. Yes, you are Cage. I am Bret Hart.
9.
4. All right, 1 strike for Brian Cage on Bret Hart.
6.
16. Oh, block. Cage is hanging in there.
4.
8. Blocking.
14.
4. Oh, man, they're just blocking each other right and left. Bret Hart is just out here having technical match
7.
after technical match. 8. All right, we have a strike. 1 hit gets through.
Oh, he got him. Oh, he got him.
Bret Hart has been eliminated.
The entire Legends team has been eliminated.
Cage is so far the MVP of Survivor Series. Brian Cage tags out whenever he needs to, comes in and eliminates the Legends team. Mother of God. What is going on?
I'm actually, I wouldn't do this normally if he wasn't a patron, but I might actually send the MP3. I've got his email address. I might actually send him the MP3 of this.
Oh, Lord. Coming in to face Brian Cage, Seth Rollins.
Oh, we're getting down to it now.
Seth on the attack, Nick. Let's go.
9.
6. Seth comes in with 1 big hit. 3.
9.
Seth tags out.
Oh, he tags out.
Seth doesn't want none of Brian Cage. No, that's still Seth. I gotta stop. Okay. Coming in next. Can't use him because he's on the same team. This is gonna be difficult at the end. Coming in, finally, didn't want to come in before now. hanging out on the apron, just chilling, watching everything go down. The Viper, Randy Orton. And really, that is how Randy Orton would probably play Survivor Series.
Right.
Hang out and then finally say, I'm going to be the one to take out this guy. Let's go. Randy Orton versus Brian Cage. Randy Orton on the offensive. 11 from Randy
13,
Orton.
block.
Block. Let's go. 14.
9.
One hit for Randy Orton. 11.
11, tie.
Ooh. All right. Still one block. Still one down.
9.
13. A block. We're back to start. Randy and Cage trading blows.
You got a 1. Tag out.
Cage doesn't want none of Randy Orton. God damn it, Cage. This is how he's going to win the whole thing. This is how he's going to win the whole thing.
Yeah.
Coming in for Brian Cage is Jon Moxley.
Oh.
Jon Moxley versus Randy Orton.
Oh, we've seen that plenty before, haven't we?
We have, but now we're seeing AEW Moxley versus Randy Orton. So let's see how this goes down. Mox on the offensive. Let's go, Nick. 13.
19, tie, block.
Oh, but a close one. 4.
3.
Oh,
That's a tag out, right?
Moxley doesn't want none of Randy Orton.
Oh,
Jesus.
He's been listening. He's listening to Cage. Cage is playing coach on the sidelines as well.
Again, because we're getting down to a point where they basically don't have many people left to tag out to.
Right.
So Cage is back in versus Randy Orton. Here we go again. Cage on the offensive.
3, tag out. Cage tags out again.
Cage tags out again.
We couldn't make this up.
Really smart. Okay, Jon Moxley back in. All right, let's go. Let's get this over. Oh, my God. 14.
10.
Oh, block. 19.
19.
Oh, a lockup.
20.
Oh! Jon Moxley eliminates Randy, Keith Kennedy, Callenbach, Orton.
Oh.
Wow. Wow. My goodness. All right. Seth Rollins coming back in. They didn't want none of each other before.
Let's get a little bit. Where are we at currently? Who's still in the game? Let's give an update.
Yes. Here's who's left. Seth Rollins just came back in to face Moxley. You'll recall last time Seth didn't want none of Moxley, and they both tagged out. So the Shield brothers are now being forced to fight because left to tag out to, we have Brian Cage on AEW's side because the son of a bitch just won't stay in the ring. And Roman Reigns is still there for WWE in what is, I think, very poetic that it comes down to WWE main roster versus the AEW main roster. It's all 3 members of the Shield and Brian Cage.
Wow. Wow. So
Couldn't write this.
Reigns and Rollins versus Moxley and Cage.
Yes.
Who's in right now?
Versus Rollins. You are Moxley. I am Rollins. Moxley coming in. Good Lord.
17.
Or no, Moxley coming in. 17. 12. 1 hit. 1 hit for Moxley on Seth Rollins.
16.
9. 2 hits from Moxley on Seth Rollins.
5.
5. We're still on 2 hits on. That was a block.
10.
Oh no!
Seth eliminates Moxley.
Eliminates Moxley. Cage is on his own. Cage is the sole survivor of AEW.
Versus Roman Reigns and Seth freaking Rollins.
God, if Cage pulls this off, I don't even know what I'm going to do.
I am Brian Cage all the way. Ride or die, Brian. Me and you, Swolverine. Me and you, buddy.
Madness. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're still with us. I hope this is as entertaining to you as it is to us. But here we go. Cage coming in. Cage is on the offensive on Seth Rollins.
With a 10.
15. Oh, 1 hit from Cage on Seth. A 2. You can't tag
11.
out.
Oh, he tags out to Roman.
No, he can't tag out. He can't tag out. He's alone.
Oh, I thought I was Cage.
Oh, you're right. You are Cage. Sorry. Seth tags out to Roman.
Yes.
I don't know what's going on. Oh, Cage is killing me right now. I'm losing my mind. Cage versus
I'm Cage till the end at this point. You're Rollins and Reigns.
Well, I like my odds.
Yeah.
This makes sense. You're a Brian Cage, ride or die. All right. Roman Reigns on the offense. Let's go.
19.
15. Block. 19.
20. Yeah, Brian Cage eliminates Roman freaking Reigns.
What is going on?
Oh.
It's down to Seth Rollins versus Brian Cage.
Brian Cage is having the most dominant Survivor Series performance of all time. All time. 30 years of Survivor Series. Never has a competitor been more dominant than Brian Cage is right now.
God, no, you're not even kidding. This is a Survivor Series performance for the ages. This is insane. Okay.
It's all about that psychology of tagging in and tagging out. Ian, like he was doing early in the match. Did you pay attention to that?
Had the psychology. He hung out till the end, and then he took out Roman freaking Reigns to force a one-on-one for the finish. What we're proving here, ladies and gentlemen, is that wrestling really could be determined by the roll of a dice, and it would be just as entertaining.
Yes. Yes.
And probably just about the same as what they're already doing. All right, here we go. Nick, it comes down
For all the marbles.
to this. I am Seth Rollins. You are Brian Cage.
So
It's
how
coming-
many strikes to get into a pin? How are we? Are we doing 3 hits, 3 strikes?
3 strikes for a pin, 3 consecutive strikes equal a pin, and then it's whoever gets the higher point. 1 to 3 now count towards strikes. There's no tagging out. And a natural 20 will immediately win Survivor Series for whoever gets it.
Are you
Comes down to
ready,
the
sir,
bit.
for the grand finale?
Seth Rollins is ready to shut this Wolverine up. He's ready to shut it down. He's ready
That's
to
Swolverine to you, sir.
and spank him like a bad baby who's been naughty and puked on the floor. Are you ready, sir?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
1, 2, 3 for all the marbles. 1. Nice try, Seth.
16,
You can't escape.
Yeah, you can't. 16. All right. Yeah.
All right. Brian Cage smacks Seth Rollins in the
We're
face.
counting that as a strike, though, right? Because he can't tag out anymore.
Tag out, Seth. You can't
right.
tag out. Cage's on the offensive. 19.
5.
Seth coming roaring back with a block.
Yep.
Block, big one. All right.
20! Yes! Yes! Brian Cage ran the table. Oh my God! That was the most exciting Survivor Series match I've ever seen or heard.
Buckets over here. I have never seen anything like that in my life. Brian Cage continuously tagging out for the first part of this match, stays until the end, outlasts everybody, and has to face 2 of the 3 members of the Shield in the finals of Survivor Series, and survives. You're Survivor of the Super Survivor Series Ultra Mega Massive
The
Edition.
super duper fantastic Survivor Series.
Brian Cage. Wow.
Brian, I do intend to send this to you. I hope you listen.
That's amazing. Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, we hope that you have enjoyed this insane, unpredictable, wild ride of a Super Survivor Series. I hope it was entertaining for you guys. I know how the sound of rolling dice can maybe trigger some people and make them to go, what the hell am I listening to? But from where I'm sitting, that was one of the most entertaining things I've ever done on this show.
Yeah, same.
It was absolute madness.
Trans Zombie threw in 100 bits and said, that's because he's a machine. Yes. Yes.
Apparently he is, because he is your sole survivor. I would never have thought that in a million years. I mocked you for putting him on your Survivor Series team.
Yes, you did.
As I recall, we actually had to flip for AEW.
We had to roll off for AEW. So that was destiny.
I granted you AEW, I think. We rolled off for NXT and New Japan.
Oh, that's right. No, I feel like we did roll off for AEW because we had equivalent teams.
Brian Cage he makes Dolph Ziggler from a few years ago look like nothing.
Right.
That dude just survived everything that they had thrown at him. He survived Stone Cold Steve Austin, Randy Savage, Hulk Hogan, The Rock, Bret Hart, Brock Lesnar, Taker, Randy Orton, Roman Reigns, and Seth Rollins.
That will never be topped.
Brian Cage. Way to go, sir.
Hands in the air, that will never be topped.
Oh,
that was absolutely amazing. I hope you guys certainly enjoyed that. There is your November bonus episode, patrons. For those of you that were able to check in and see live, hope you guys enjoyed the ride. The VOD's coming down immediately after. We'll throw it back up on Patreon for all of our $10 patrons to see and listen to. But wow, that was almost 2 hours there of just absolute chaos. Absolutely enjoyed that. That was really good.
Everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks for listening to us. Thanks for being our patrons. You guys are absolutely phenomenal. You know we love you. We got to say it every time because I want to keep reminding you because it really is a wonderful honor. Like, I'm so honored that you guys would be willing to be patrons for our show. I'm shooketh. I can barely find words right now, Nick. You know me. I'm usually not at a loss for words, but right now I am beside myself. I never imagined things would go down the way that they did. What an insane Survivor Series, and I hope if you guys listen to this before actual Survivor Series, it wets your whistle for the show that WWE's putting out tomorrow. And if you listen to it afterwards, I personally hope you enjoyed it more.
Yep, same.
But thank you guys as always. Thanks to everyone in the live chat for hanging out with us through all of this madness. And yeah, love you guys very much. And we will see you guys on the regular show. We'll be doing Survivor Series tomorrow.
Yeah.
And we'll have the Patrons Pick'ems sheet up shortly.
It's up. Go make your picks.
There you go.
All that kind of good stuff.
In the Patriots Pick'em Challenge. Much love and congratulations to Brian Cage, your sole survivor.
Awesome. Absolutely amazing. Guys, make sure you get into the Discord for tomorrow night, starting at 6 p.m. Eastern for the kickoff show. That is 3 p.m. Pacific as well. So we're going to start at the kickoff show and go all night, and then we'll be right back here on Twitch immediately after the pay-per-view finishes. It's looking like it's probably going to be a good four-hour pay-per-view. So be ready for a late night tomorrow night, but we're going to be here recapping the whole thing right after the show finishes. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure you follow us in all the places. You guys know where all that stuff is. You're the phenomenal ones, but BWOpodcast.com, all of that good stuff as well right here on Twitch down in the description below, but you're probably not seeing or hearing this on Twitch, so never mind. My name is Nick Howell. You can find me on Twitter at DataCenterDude.
And I am Sir Ian Dangerous. You can find me on Twitter at Sir Ian Dangerous.
But by God!
Would somebody stop this damn match?
This show is part of the Orbital Jigsaw Network. For more episodes, subscribe to us on iTunes, Google Play, or Stitcher Radio.
For details and show notes from each episode, check us out, orbitaljigsaw.com.